Hello, everybody. Welcome to CricTracker special show in the air. My name is Nivedna Prabhu. I hope all of you are doing well and keeping safe, which is the most important thing. On that very note, we are back to be discussing everything with the exciting clash between South Africa versus India. Let me bring on my first guest, Pratyay Tiwari, joining me back in the studios. What can we expect today? Hi, Pratyay. Welcome back. In terms of course, where India is at the moment, Mayank Agarwal, is not there at the crease, which could be a little bit of a setback because we could have potentially seen another great partnership between him and KL Rahul. But going forward here now, what kind of conditions are we expecting from Team India?
Yeah, I think yes, that India lost a quick wicket yesterday, but I think that effectively, if you look at this situation, this is 146 for one because of the lead that they managed to take yesterday. And day two gone entirely to rain. I think 18 wickets falling yesterday has kind of made it up for that because I felt that I still don't know if we will have a result as yet because the fifth day we are hearing that the forecast is for rain and thunderstorms. So I don't know. Probably we'll have to have another day like we had yesterday. If we can have another day of similar sort today, then probably we can expect a result. Otherwise, it's still looking tough because 2 days out of the game, it's always very difficult to impose a result. But I still feel that India is still miles ahead because of the lead that they managed to have in these conditions. 130 runs, it's a lot. I mean, in any conditions, if you talk about 130 runs, it's a massive lead that India has managed to take. And a lot of credit to, of course, Mohammad Shami for his brilliant fifer, becoming 200 wickets, taking 200 wickets for India, reaching that landmark, and not letting India miss Jasprit Bumrah. So I think that it was definitely India's day, despite the collapse. When it started, it was not going India's way. But by the end of the day, they will feel that they have their noses definitely ahead of South Africa.
Okay, that's right. I mean, we didn't have Pratyay last evening to be talking to us about that exceptional performance by Shami. We'll be going into details and getting you all those stats and some amazing tweets as well in a bit. But I do see a comment coming from Shona saying best chance for India to win the Test series in South Africa. Well, that's what every Indian cricket fan is hoping for. But if you all have any questions, analysis, predictions to make, feel free to do that in the comment section. Usi ke saath, let me bring on my second guest on the show, Chirag, joining us back in the studios. Chirag, welcome back. What are you expecting today, and who do you think from the South African bowling attack could trouble the Indian batters?
Well, अभी देखो हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि इंडिया हैव द अपर हैंड और साउथ अफ्रीका हैव द अपर हैंड. एक्चुअली नोबडी हैज द अपर हैंड क्योंकि हम वो साउथ अफ्रीका का परफॉर्मेंस जो उन्होंने किया था डे 3 फर्स्ट सेशन में वो नहीं भूल सकते. आई मीन लुंगी एंगीडी, कगिसो रबाडा और 69 रन के बीच में उन्होंने 7 विकेट्स इंडिया के डाउन कर दिए थे और वो कोलैप्स हम नहीं भूल सकते. और एंड डोंट फॉरगेट मार्को येंसन. आई मीन कल डेब्यूटेंट ने अपने पहले ओवर में पहली बॉल पर इनफॉर्म बैटर मयंक अग्रवाल का विकेट लिया, तो वो उनके कॉन्फिडेंस में कितना बूस्ट आएगा आप इस बात का आइडिया लगा सकते हो. अभी आप देखो एमसीजी में जो मैच हुआ एशेस, स्कॉट बॉलैंड ने डेब्यू किया. फर्स्ट इनिंग में ही टुक 1 विकेट, लेकिन इन द सेकंड इनिंग्स ही टुक 6 विकेट्स एंड ही वाज अवार्डेड प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच. तो आप मतलब ये नहीं कह सकते, किसी को लाइटली आप ले ही नहीं सकते. तो वो कल आज आकर मार्को येंसन क्या करते, तो मतलब हम कोई ऐसा प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकते. एंड कगिसो रबाडा एंड लुंगी एंगीडी, इट सीम्स कि दे हैव गॉट देयर मोजो बैक. तो ये तीनों अब काफी डेडली होने वाले हैं आज के दिन. देखो फर्स्ट सेशन क्या है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहने वाला है दोनों टीम्स के लिए. जो भी टीम ये संभाल गई फर्स्ट सेशन, तो वो 70-80% मैच में आ जाएगी. लेकिन अभी इवन है फर्स्ट सेशन में, क्या अभी बैटर्स के लिए इजी होने वाला है क्योंकि अभी क्रैक्स ओपन नहीं है, वहां पर धूप है. तो अभी फर्स्ट जैसे गेम प्रोग्रेस करेगा तो क्रैक्स ओपन होंगे. तो अभी फर्स्ट सेशन जो है बैटर्स के लिए काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो उन्हें काफी केयरफुली खेलना होगा और अपॉर्चुनिटीज का वेट करना होगा रन्स करने के लिए. अभी जैसे प्रत्यय ने बोला कि कल का जो फोरकास्ट है वो है, वह बारिश हो सकती है. तो अगर रिजल्ट चाहिए तो रैपिडली उन्हें गेम को आगे बढ़ाना होगा, लेकिन केयरफुल भी रहना होगा क्योंकि अभी तीनों बॉलर्स मतलब ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, लाइटली ले ही नहीं सकते इनको. बैक इन एक्शन है ये तीनों. और अगर क्रैक्स बढ़े तो मतलब आप रवि अश्विन को देख लो. रवि अश्विन ही इज गोना बी लीथल, मतलब वे बेटर देन द फर्स्ट इनिंग्स. क्योंकि अगर क्रैक्स बढ़ते हैं तो हम सभी जानते हैं कि रवि अश्विन कितने खतरनाक प्रूव हो सकते हैं. तो या मतलब फर्स्ट सेशन इंपॉर्टेंट है. जो भी टीम फर्स्ट सेशन संभाल गई तो 70-80% वो मैच में.
Okay, so of course, to kind of summarize, probably the key takeaways from this is number one, that India does not lose wickets early on. I think this is what Pratyay has also said, when we've seen other test series, they shouldn't be falling like a pack of cards. On the other hand, everybody's still waiting to see that fabulous knock by Virat Kohli. So hopefully we will get to see that. Unless, and of course, like Chirag said, if Rabada and Lungi strike again, then we never know what's going to be happening. But that is, of course, all our predictions and analysis for everybody who's just joined in and saying hello in the comment section. Hello to all of you. Tell me what do you think is going to be happening from the Indian side in the comment section. Usi ke saath, considering we're talking about Mohammad Shami, let's take a quick look at some interesting stats, some probably reactions, tweets, all of that, and discuss a little bit about this person who's managed to achieve a lot of things in terms of his milestones. 100 test wicket at Centurion in 2018, 200 test wicket at Centurion in 2021. Looks like everything has come in full circle for him. Talking about Mohammad Shami, Pratik, a lot of the reactions yesterday were about his seam and his really his delivery rather. And over here, if you look at another one before I come quickly to you, most wickets for India in away test since 2015. Right at the top, Mohammad Shami and R. Ashwin with 104, Jasprit Bumrah with 99, 79 Ishant Sharma, 51 for Ravindra Jadeja. So Pratik, how do you personally look at Shami as a bowler? What is it something? What is that that you really like about him as India's premier bowler, if you were to say?
See, I think he is definitely a very, supremely talented person. He is someone who you will not probably give a lot of credit to always. Whenever you are hearing about, say, a Jasprit Bumrah, the amount of credit that is given to him, you would probably not be giving that to Mohammad Shami, maybe. But the thing with him is that, as and stats never lie. I mean, 104 wickets in away test matches, right on top there with Ravi Ashwin. So you can tell that he is making contributions going overseas and abroad, and I think that is a key factor. I mean, any whenever you're talking about any pacer, and specifically if you're talking about the subcontinental pacers, if they are able to perform in Sena countries in South Africa, England, New Zealand, and Australia, that is actually the litmus test of sorts for them to kind of mark their dominance. That yes, we have got the caliber. Because in India, probably getting those wickets for the spinners, it becomes all the more easy because. That is a kind of situation which suits your bowling. But to go abroad and to ace those conditions, that is always challenging. And I think as far as Shami is concerned, I feel he has worked a lot on his fitness as well in the last. I mean, because he's not someone who is 25, 26, or 27. So in this age, when you have to bowl those longer spells, it is extremely crucial for you to be fit, and he has managed to do that. So I think that a lot of credit to him, to the entire even support staff, because the Pacers have been managed pretty well. And specifically when you look at yesterday's performance, the fifer, I mean, taking 5 wicket haul is as big as scoring a century for a batter. So it's a massive achievement. And yesterday, 5 wickets, you can look 16 overs, 5 wicket, 44 runs. I mean,
And the
when
economy.
he did not, yeah, absolutely. Economy, he had the, and he's someone who always has control on the runs part as well. And he's a genuine wicket taker. And to be able to do that, I mean, when India lost, because for the entire day, almost for the larger part of the day, India did not have the services of Jasprit Bumrah because of his ankle twist. But with the ball, Mohammad Shami did not make you feel as if you were not having a pacer of that quality, of that caliber as
Right.
Jasprit Bumrah. He filled in for him, and he was his chief friend. I mean, if you're talking about the pace attack, the leader of your pace attacks are Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Shami. To not have
Right.
Jasprit Bumrah alongside him and still be able to do what he did, he soaked all the pressure and ensured that India had a massive lead. So I think that a lot of credit to him. And 200, I mean, this is it's a massive achievement. Of course, many more to come for him, but he's a lot fitter. He's a lot stronger, I feel, and
Yeah.
I feel that his performance over the last 3 4 years has been one of the major reasons why India has also been able to dominate so well in overseas conditions.
Right, and I think also in terms of overcoming personal setbacks and not letting that deter him in performing on the field is probably the biggest takeaway
Absolutely.
for a player like him. But coming back to a couple of reactions here on social tracker, Shami has played 55 Test matches, 10 under Dhoni, 45 under Kohli. Kohli missed 6 tests since he became captain. Rahane captained India in those 6 Test matches. Shami missed all those 6 tests, which Kohli missed. Never played under Rahane. More than this
Yeah.
stat, I'm actually amazed how people actually follow all of this and actually come up with it. That's more interesting, right? If there are any other social tracker tweets that we have about Shami, that if we could take a look. Okay, this is about Shardul Thakur. Those 194 runs are invaluable to Indian cricket. Shami having tweeted a proud moment, and to do it to the team here in Centurion is special, 200 and counting. Thanks to everyone for the love and support. Test captains under which a team bowled out the opposition for under 200 most times, 49. I'm probably still counting. Virat Kohli, 48 Graham Smith, 40 Peter May, 39 Clive Lloyd, and 36 Ricky Ponting. What does Chirag think about this particular stat?
देखो विराट कोहली कैप्टन तो नो डाउट बहुत अच्छे हैं, पर अभी जो बैटिंग में थोड़ा स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा अगर वहां पर मतलब स्ट्रगल, दो ऐसा नहीं कह सकते कि स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, कन्वर्जन रेट उनका अभी कम है। वो वैसा कन्वर्जन रेट नहीं है जिसके लिए हम जानते हैं विराट कोहली को। कैप्टन तो नो डाउट बहुत अच्छे हैं, बस अपना अगर वो मोजो बैग उनका आ जाए ना, तो वो बस तो मतलब ही इज अनस्टॉपेबल।
बस एक सेंचुरी दिला दो, बस और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Just
वो तो
one century will be more than enough. It's not
एक्चुअली
going to be that hard. I mean, of course, for a player like Kohli, everybody's
हाँ,
super
आज नहीं तो कल वो तो आनी ही आनी है।
right? Another tweet coming here saying batting coach Vikram Rathore is addressing the India huddle on the bright sunny morning on day 4 at Supersport Park in Centurion. Okay. And the meme tracker, this was good. जहां पे राहुल 100 मार चुका है, 273 विकेट्स है, फिर भी मुझे नहाने नहीं देना है. स्कोर क्या है? 309, 9 wickets. Okay. Well, for people who have watched the movie 83 would definitely get that
83
reference. Dravid to Kohli today, 90 ओवर है तुम्हारे पास इस साल के सबसे खास 90 ओवर. अगर इस 90 ओवर में सेंचुरी नहीं आया तो ये साल भी सेंचुरी लेस जाएगा. तो कैसे कहलाना है ये मुझे तुम्हें नहीं पता होगा. Okay. That, of course, I was expecting probably some meme or some tweet to be about that century for Kohli. But Pratik, of course, there has been a lot of talk about his form. But what is it that is actually letting him give his wickets away so easily? For somebody like player like Kohli, you don't expect that. What is really going wrong? Is it probably just not the form? And if you could give us your viewpoint about the same.
Yeah, just because before I start on that, the stat that we saw, I mean, 49 all outs for a captain, that just goes on to tell you that it's the highest number, and that goes on to tell you that Virat Kohli has always banged upon taking 20 wickets of the opposition, and he has been
Right.
able to do that. So massive kudos to him for that, for translating his words into actual real success. As for his personal forms here, I think that the Virat Kohli of 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, we know that he is not on that level as of now. But this has happened to every other batter, right from, I mean, probably only exception being the Donald Bradman, whom none of we have seen. Apart from that, I think that every batter, every bowler has had their fair share of struggles. It is exactly what this case of him is being. And the problem with being Kohli is that he has set the standards so high that probably even if he's averaging, say, 50, 48, 49, 50, you're so used to seeing him scoring those centuries for fun that you're not being able to fathom the fact that he has not scored one for 2 years now. So I think that this is just a phase for him. Probably now, because it's 2 years, you do not agree to call it a phase, because a phase could be probably 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. But you also have not, you cannot forget that the amount of cricket that he has played in 2020, how much did he play? In fact, for that matter, how much did India or any country play for that matter because of COVID-19? So even though this extended rut of his is now 2 years old, you will have to understand that probably in a normal circumstance, as much cricket as Kohli would play in these 2 years is not the amount of cricket that he has played. Because in 2 years, you would expect him to play at least 20, 25 test matches. He has not played more than 14 or 15. So that is 10 test matches, and that's a lot. So I think that is one of the reasons. As far as his technical problem and all of that is concerned, see, I think when you are not in the right frame of mind, he is not entirely out of form, because 35, 40, 50, 60, these runs, as per his standards, are very less. But otherwise, if you're talking about a batter of a normal caliber, these are good contributions. But it's because it's Virat Kohli, you are thinking that he's not in form. So probably it's
Right.
just that we are placing too much emphasis on that century, which is what I remember even happened with the great Sachin Tendulkar, because there was the time when he was stuck on 99 for so long, and everyone is just looking forward to that one number, that when does he get onto that 100th. And that kind of becomes a monkey on the back, and that is exactly what I feel is happening with Kohli. But sooner or later, you will feel that he's so fit. There's a good amount of 5 or 6 years of cricket left in him. I believe that the second wind of his career would definitely be around the corner, and he will definitely get to that
Right.
71st
So
very
it's
soon.
probably just a small hurdle that he has to overcome. And knowing Kohli, that the player that he is, we're pretty sure he'll probably come out of that very soon, and all of us will be happy, regardless of whether you're supporting the Indian team or not. He's just a fine batter to watch in the in the game, so everyone's going to be happy for him.
Absolutely.
But talking about being happy as well, let's take a look at what are the other milestones that can be achieved and who can probably achieve this. If you could take a look and probably get Chirag's viewpoint about the same as to what he thinks. in terms of a particular milestone that we have here. I think that is to do with Shami as well, and also Ajinkya Rahane, I think, had a particular milestone. But Chirag, coming back to you and expecting what we can see from the game here, anybody that you would like to predict who could probably get a century? Let's keep Kohli aside. Anybody else who want to place your bets on and where they could be ending today?
केएल राहुल इज इन गुड टच, तो आई थिंक केएल राहुल से मैं एक्सपेक्ट कर सकता हूँ कि वो हाँ एक बड़ा स्कोर करेंगे, कि फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में उन्होंने अच्छा खेला, संभल कर, आई मीन समझ चुके हैं पिच को कि बॉल को वेट करना है, अपॉर्चुनिटीज का वेट करना है रन्स करने के लिए, जो आउटसाइड ऑफ स्टंप जा रही है डिलीवरी उन्हें लीव करना है, कैसे लीव करना है। तो आई थिंक उनके पास वो आइडिया है कि वो कैसे इस पिच पर खेलना है, और वो अच्छा खेल भी रहे हैं। फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में हमने देखा, सेकंड इनिंग्स में दो वो अच्छा खेलते पर अनइवन बाउंस था, बॉलर्स को हेल्प मिली, और हमने देखा थर्ड डे पर 18 विकेट्स गिरे। तो हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि इंडियन बैटर्स को आप कह सकते हो कि बेकार खेले, मतलब अच्छा नहीं खेल पाए, वो पिच ने वैसा उन्हें सपोर्ट करा बॉलर्स को। और तो हाँ, मैं केएल राहुल को कह सकता हूँ कि हाँ वो मतलब बड़ा स्कोर कर सकते हैं।
Okay, so once again, expectations from the vice captain, if not the captain, right? And of course, KL Rahul having performed exceptionally well. No surprises for guessing. Chirag is placing his bets on KL Rahul. But on that very note, whether it's going to happen or not, we'll have to wait and watch and what's really going to transpire in today's game. But don't forget to join Pratyay, Chirag, and me once again as we discuss everything to do with the clash between South Africa versus India. We will see you very soon on CricTracker's special show in the air. Until then, of course, stay tuned to CricTracker for the latest news in the world.